Good morning, everyone. It's the Todd and Erin Morning stream on GetPartDaily.com.
What is wrong with you?
I'm prepared for Utah weather. That's what it was. 65 degrees.
Yeah.
And then this morning, not in the south, but north and Salt Lake City.
Super snowy, yeah.
5 inches. So underneath this, I should be wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a Speedo.
You know, the saddest thing is that this reminds me of every time you dream of the storm of the century and you get all geared up and you have the snow out and the rock salt and like all your alternative forms of energy and the generators all gassed up.
And?
You're always disappointed.
No.
You're always let down. It's very, very sad.
They always sneak up on me. So anyway,
that's
the
really
flooding
sad.
issue has stopped.
Well, that's something at least. I know that this was amazing. You know, they had 70,000 sandbags all ready to go, 30,000 tons of sand. And I mean, everything's still sort of stacked up and ready to go because once
it will happen.
Yeah, it's going to be 65 in what, 3 days?
Yeah, so
and then it's all over.
167% of normal snowpack. Got another 2 feet last night. Yeah.
This is amazing to me. I mean, because we're supposed to be the desert state, and they're always telling us we need the snow. Don't ever whine about the snow. We need the snow. Now we have the snow. What happens? It's flooding everybody.
The worst thing is when, you know, this happens and people go, well, that's Utah for you. Slap them.
Yeah. You know, the one that disappointed me, though, is I was all excited about the wind last night because I'm thinking there's going to be something epic here. There's going to be, like, cats embedded in trees. There's going to be, like, semis, you know, flung into the Great Salt Lake. It was more like, there were some branches.
Twigs everywhere.
Although we were trying to film at our house yesterday, and I think the wind at one point blew it out, open every single door.
Right.
Back door, front door, and side door all at once. I thought the house was...
Which sounds fun.
No, it was really...
Actually knocked papers off your desk. All right, hey, coming up on the show, we have got a Trump impersonator who's coming to Salt Lake City.
He's going to be here Wednesday at Wiseguys downtown.
And we're going to let you see some of that coming up.
This guy's so funny.
All right, time for Tell Me Something Good.
Oh, I love this.
I do too. I've been waiting on this one. Yeah.
Okay, so there's...
All right, here we go.
There's these little guys, super cute, and they decided that the best thing they could do was to get the same haircut. So his mom wrote this post on Facebook, and Jax is the little dude in the red sweater. She said, this morning Jax and I were discussing his wild hair, and I told him that he needed a haircut this weekend. So he said he wanted his head shaved really short so he could look like his friend Reddy. And he was so excited to go to school on Monday so that he and Reddy could... you know, have the matching haircuts and be all excited.
The reason they did it is so they could play a trick on their teacher and they wouldn't know which one was which.
They thought it would be hilarious to confuse his teacher with the same haircut.
You should see the dad. There's a section that I saw earlier, and the dad is saying, well, this is just a continuation of what we do at home. What a proud dad that is.
If this isn't proof that hate and prejudice is something that is taught, then I don't know what is. The only difference Jack sees in the two of them was their hair.
Right.
That is the coolest mom ever.
Colorblind. And this went crazy online because it's such a good message. Look, he's just laughing.
This is going to be so funny. Our teacher's never going to know what hit her.
Screw the teacher over.
That is so adorable.
That's a nice way to start.
That makes me happy. All right. We need to go to Daisy in the Get Part Daily newsroom. And, of course, that's brought to you by Robert J. DeBry. Robert J. DeBry's got offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy, St. George. And you can go to robertdebry.com for more information. And also Brent Brown Toyota in Provo. They will bend over backwards for you. That's brentbrowntoyota.com.
Happy Monday, Todd and Erin. Here's what's making headlines today at getpartdaily.com. A tragic turn of events outside Moab this weekend. 2 Grand County high school teens killed, 3 others injured in a prom night rollover accident. Investigators say the teens were driving on the LaSalle Loop Road when their car rolled several times. 3 teens were ejected, 2 died at the scene. Excessive speed and alcohol believed to be factors. Police investigating a fire which killed a Grantsville man Saturday night. The fire first reported just before 10 p.m. at the Willow Creek apartments. Witnesses told Gephardt Daily by the time firefighters arrived, smoke and flames were pouring from the structure. No word yet on the victim's identity or a possible cause. And SLC police looking into the cause of a fatal train pedestrian accident Sunday afternoon. Investigators say a woman was struck and killed by a Union Pacific freight train near 500 West North Temple at about 4:30 p.m. Police have yet to determine the woman's identity, still unsure if it was an accident or intentional. And think it's springtime? Well, think again. We still have 2 more weeks of winter and Mother Nature is making the most of it. Pretty much the entire state of Utah blanketed by snow overnight with temperatures in the 20s. Snow showers will linger into Monday before a warming trend later in the week. That's what's making headlines at this hour. For more news 24/7, go to GephartDaily.com and don't forget to download the Gephardt Daily app. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. Okay, now I'm starving because I started thinking about Nothing Bundt Cakes.
It would go so good with my coffee.
It's really very torturous. I mean, if you haven't been to Nothing Bundt Cakes yet, this is like the slam dunk for like every single occasion. This is what I do for hostess gifts. This is what I do for Mother's Day. This is what I do for my birthday. Although when Todd gives me a Nothing Bundt cake for my birthday, red velvet, my personal favorite, I hide it in the basement and I tell children there's spiders down there so nobody goes down to eat my cake but me.
And all I find is empty boxes.
Now, if you haven't done this, it's 10389 South State Street in Sandy, right across from Southtown Mall. April delivers up and down the Wasatch Front. There's Nothing Bundt Cakes in your future.
All right, so disappointment. I have disappointment about the giraffe.
No, I don't
giraffe
understand
in the New York Zoo, and the mom was pregnant, and they put a giraffe cam up.
I know, little April, and we're all just waiting for her to bust out and the little baby to come out. And
they sucked me in, and then now I'm like, you're dead to me. I'm not going to even
betrayed?
watch.
Okay.
So I moved on. I moved
see.
on to others. Now, the one I got caught up in about 10 years ago was the Eagle Cam. And
I love that one.
Yeah, the Eagle Cam. And what's going on?
He's ruffling
That's
his
about
feathers.
the most excitement you're going to see with the Eagle Cam. That's
Well,
seriously.
no, once they lay the eggs, though, that's very exciting. And
Well,
the mom is sitting there.
Where are the eggs?
Well, there aren't any yet, but there might be eventually.
Once again, the giraffe thing started too early, and so didn't this, because now the egg and gestation period's like 30 days. And
I know, maybe you'll catch her eating something, though, like a field mouse, and that would be cool.
Here's the funny one.
All right.
All right, so this is the webcam, and it comes from 2 guys who live in California. And in their backyard, shooting over their patio. What you see is the flamingo, and you see all this stuff. This is actually the bubble cam.
Explain.
And on the site,
Oh,
see the bubbles?
There's the bubbles.
You can trigger that.
How?
You hit the button, and for 20 seconds it makes bubbles.
We shall reward you with bubbles.
Isn't that hilarious?
That is awesome.
All right, now the one thing that gets everybody, it's the Great Dane. Oh,
The
look.
puppy cam.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so, the thing that's sweet about this is explore.org. They actually train dogs to become service animals.
Right.
Can you imagine a Great Dane service animal? You could basically put a saddle on them and ride them. Look how cute they are.
I bet you there's puppy breath going on right there.
Look at the floppy ears. They are so precious.
All right, and so in case you're tired of the weather in Utah, we're going to take you now to the South African beach. It's called Dolphin Beach.
That's much better than Great White Shark Beach.
Look at the waves.
Yeah. Oh, that looks
sand.
really nice.
And no one's there, so you'd be alone.
Looks like there's one person sitting there on the sand, and that's it. Can you imagine how glorious that would be?
Dolphin Beach.
It's snow up to our waist at home.
You know what the cool thing is?
Really nice.
And I was all over the place. This weekend because I was looking for a new cam. And you can go anywhere. There are cams in Antarctica. There's cams like that. If you had gone to Dolphin Beach, and you loved it there, you can set it up at the office.
I think Dolphin Beach is much more rewarding than Antarctica because basically, what are you going to see there except for maybe a seal dying of exposure? There's not really. It's not a hugely inspiring moment for me.
Better than a giraffe not having a baby.
You are really bitter about this.
I am bitter.
That seems very unreasonable to me.
This is the video that I watched over the weekend. Yes, because we have celebrity lifestyles. And this is the cam, and this is a video on how to build a house with a 3D printer. Now they can build the kid lost his hand, and so the 3D printer using plastic made all the pieces. The doctors put it together, and now he's got mobility in his hand. But
it was
look
an
at this.
Incredible prosthetic.
This is big. This is a lightweight concrete structure. Okay.
And this is all based on a gigantic 3D printer.
Yeah, that's it. And it's extruding all the concrete, which is a polymer, and it's really light, so it works.
That's amazing.
Guess how long it takes them to build, and this includes insulation, how long it takes to build this house.
Does that include like all the wiring and they have the plumbing in there and everything?
And that's all already laid in, so you have
Okay.
that. And then now they're painting it.
How long does it take?
1 day.
Liar.
No, you have a whole house
That's
in 1 day.
incredible.
And I don't know if it's just me being a nerd or whatever, but
Look at that. Look at the creation
Right?
of that, though, and look at the
Right?
color. That's
it's got
amazing.
4 rooms. They're putting the roof on, and in 1 day you can move in.
And you know, the thing is, though, this would be incredible for like disaster housing, and this is stuff that you can create right away. It'd be great for like homeless projects.
You can just move the printer to the next location, to the next location.
Now, is it hugely expensive though? Because that's got to be the thing. It's got to be like crazy
The
expensive.
basic structure is about $10,000.
No.
And it's 30% more efficient for heat. And like I said, all the conduit is laid in for water and electricity, and I want one.
I think that is the coolest thing ever. We could do
4
that like a cabin.
4 rooms.
That's
Yeah.
That's not bad. I mean,
That's-
especially if like you're single or it's just a couple, that would be
Right.
perfect.
I want one.
Okay, coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to tell you about the unfortunate episode of how Bluetooth can expose you to the entire neighborhood.
man.
Because we learned all about that on the weekend.
It's hilarious.
Merit Medical. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical. Great products, great people, a great company. Learn more at merit.com/careers. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com.
All right, we are back. The Todd and Erin Morning stream on Gephardt Daily. Something happened. Technology can bite you right in the you-know-what.
Now, I remember the first time we did Bluetooth-assisted technology. It's on the little boombox we have.
Right.
And it's just this tiny.
And you can do it with a television. You can do it everywhere.
You match
now.
it up with your, with your Bluetooth, and this sucker would blare music for like miles around. It was
Right.
amazing.
All right, here's the deal. In our neighborhood, there's this big house, and they remodeled it, and they made it even bigger. And the last people we saw watched all the construction. The last people we saw is the construction cleaning service. They're
Yeah.
going to get the dust out and everything. So my friend and I, at my daughter's party, went on the front lawn, and all of a sudden...
It was about, what, 10 o'clock at night?
And we heard the loudest voice swearing in that house, which no one's supposed to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
This woman was really ticked off.
I don't know where you are. I don't know who you're with. I can't tell anything.
Now, if you sprinkle in bad words into
the
that,
rage.
it's even closer.
The rage.
This is how loud it was. It was so loud that if it was music, you would go over and complain and ask him to turn it down. And he didn't realize this for about 45 seconds.
It didn't occur to him
And
that perhaps this was
she
broadcasting.
just went off on him.
So here's the deal. Now we've been sitting around. I mean, literally, the rest of the party was. So was it one of like the painters or the cleaners who snuck back for a little date with somebody? Was this the ticked off wife or girlfriend on the phone?
Or both?
Could it be? Should we tell the owners that their house is being used as a love bordello? We were like, literally, it's like, what does one do in this situation?
Technology biting you in the butt. That's what that was.
That was awesome.
This is a great story.
Now tell me about this woman, because I love her.
All right, she's from England. She's a sprinter.
Mm-hmm.
She's a runner, okay? So they had a race, and here it is now. She ran the race. She won.
Oh,
She goes,
she's so cute.
I'm going to take a victory lap.
Look at her. She's got her hands up like, come on, let me.
And so she's like, okay, I'm a good girl. I'm British. I'm going to be submissive.
The official's trying to like shoo her back into her little spot.
And now, see, right now it's going through her brain. It's going, you know what?
Oh, you know she wants to.
I'm a wild one.
Look at her face.
I'm a crazy woman. Sports jacket
She's
woman
literally
can't stop
trying to
me.
block-
And it is a victory lap against the officials' rule. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, she's so cute. Why wouldn't you let her do it in the first place? She's darling.
Well, no one can catch her. She's a sprinter.
And everybody's like standing up and laughing and clapping, and somebody handed her the Union Jack flag, so she's running and she's holding it up.
All right.
And she's adorable.
Yeah.
How could you
Try
not love her?
Try to catch a sprinter. That's all I'm saying.
And she's prancing. She looks
Yeah.
so cute.
All right. So the last week we talked to a guy who's going to be at Wise Club in West Valley.
Wiseguy, and this is actually going to be down at the Gateway location.
Oh, I
Wiseguys
didn't
in-
know. Okay.
Yeah, Wiseguys in Gateway. And it's very funny. He started this. He's part of the Upright Citizens Brigade, if you catch them on cable. And they all said, somebody's got to be Trump. And this
Right.
guy's also an actor, and he goes, I could do that.
And the whole show is him doing Trump.
It's amazing.
Let's look at it.
Mr. Trump, does America need to invest in alternative energies?
I want to say something very important, okay? We have this green energy. Well, Bernie will love this statistic that 1% of solar panels actually generate energy. And let me tell you, I have a bigger wind farm in my pants than I do anywhere in the United States.
How do you keep up with him? Because it's like every single day there's something new.
Like a common behavior of Trump is for him to hear somebody else say something, or someone, told him something to happen on television, and he'll say, I saw that. I saw this, and I saw the Palestinian children see in the books. They see in the books terrible things about the Jews. And I've seen these books. And like recently he said, I've seen people myself lock themselves in their apartments in Chicago. Now, for a fact that Donald Trump has never been in an inner city Chicago apartment building watching people lock their doors. But he has a common refrain of saying what happened in his mind as if it's a truth that he saw.
I love the Russians. I think they're so incredible. And I think they did such a great job. I mean, releasing those emails and showing what complete shills. I mean, these guys, they don't like Bernie, and they don't like Bernie.
What is the reactions of the audience to you? Because I'm guessing that they're pretty violent sometimes, they're pretty reactionary, pretty emotional. What do you see?
And usually when I start, because, Trump always sort of, goes like, wow, unbelievable crowd. What a great crowd. Beautiful people. What love, right? I say 2 or 3 things. People are then sort of, I don't know, I guess they're stunned by the accuracy of the voice and the behavior. So then they sort of settle in. But, that's the beauty of it, is he's a wrestling villain, right? I mean, I wouldn't be doing my job.
Right.
If they didn't boo, like I want them to boo. I mean, I've had plenty of Trump people come up to me after shows and said, hey, you know what? I like, I don't support what you said, but I like what you did.
But I could tell you the black people in the audience do know.
And the cool thing is he does like an hour and 15 minutes all Trump. And what he said, no matter you're with Trump on that side or the other side, he says he gets that a lot, and it's fun for everyone.
I did like the self-tanner, though. That made me very happy.
I like the white under the eyes.
All right, so the only time you can catch him
use that.
is going to be at Wiseguys. This is the gateway location in Salt Lake City. He's going to only be there on Wednesday because I guess they kind of move pretty quickly. But
since our show is so highbrow,
it really is.
We want to maintain that facade.
Level of elegance, and so our news director Patrick went, what can we do that would increase the elegance of the morning stream? And so he found, I think, the most epic video I have ever seen of a tribute to America and patriotism.
Prepare to be moved. Right.
Visibly moved. It's the chicken.
Standing up, and the best part about this,
she's so adorable.
How do you make a chicken do that?
Oh, there's got to be some motivation. So each of the keys light up, so that helps her figure it out.
Right.
But I want to know who would go, what we need to do with the chicken?
We
need to teach the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
what's
the
her reward?
chicken gets the mealworms.
And everybody's happy.
So that wraps up the show.
And our pet Gil, he can't do it.
Yeah.
No, he won't even take fetch. He won't even. And the chicken can play the entire anthem.
And we'll see it tomorrow right here on the
sad.
daily stream on getpartdaily.com.